What's happening, y'all, man? Listen, I'm gonna show y'all how to maneuver through these economical waters to make you money during a recession, good times in the market, whatever it is. Don't worry about it. I got you in this video. I'm also go over some economical education, some recession education, and what you should do during the process or even to get ready for it. So a recession can essentially, hold on, y'all. So a recession A recession is usually a shock to the economy, whether a war or coronavirus or anything like that. But it's also when there's excessive supply without anybody buying the supply. So there's a lot of product with nobody buying the product. So there's so many reasons why a recession can happen. Most people struggle through a recession, but recessions make a lot of people a lot of money if they know what they're doing. So I really want to get into that in this video because there's been talks about a recession for a long time. People talking about recession this, recession that, and um, as it looks like it's may not be as strong as a possibility as it was before, it's still possible. If you go on the CNN Fear and Greed Index on a scale from 0 to 100, the scale for fear is 32%. So it's still a lot of fear in the market, which means there's possibility of a recession. They're currently saying that we're somewhere around 60% chance of still having a recession. So whether we have a recession right now or not, I'm gonna teach y'all how to make a lot of money during a recession. Usually during first, let me get into the economical cycles and how, what I'm saying, when people are talking about, oh, recession will get better and better things will happen after, how they're so confident in that. So when it comes to recessions and all of that, the central banking system has a big role to play in that, and it's going off of the economical cycle. So a recession is part of the economical cycle. You got four phases of the economical cycle. You have expansion. Expansion is when things are taking off and everybody's doing well, businesses are doing well, and all of that. And then expansion eventually hits a peak. Once expansion hits a peak, then there's a contraction. So expansion is going for a while, it's going good, it's going good for years. People are making money, low interest rates, whatever. And then the economy hits a peak. Once the economy hits a peak, then the third phase is a retraction or a contraction. Sorry. A contraction is usually, what I'm saying, a recession or economical downturn. And then after that, there's a recovery. The four phases always happen. So with the doom and gloom, when people are like, oh, you're going to be poor forever and the world is going to end, the recovery phase is coming right after the recession. So you got to prepare for it. So, how do you prepare for a recession and how do you make a lot of money off of it? How do you get ready for the next stage? During a recession or economical downturn or anything like that, the stock market is going down. Everything that you own is going down. Even your house, the cost of your house or the value of your house is going down, right? So as far as your house, that's, what I'm saying, that's something you plan on holding. That price will fluctuate. None of that really matters. But in the stock market, you want to load up on stocks when the stock market is going down. And the reason why is, it's inevitable that it's going to turn around as part of the economical cycle. So you want to buy low and sell high. How do you buy low during a recession? You buy more of your stocks. When you buy your stocks, you're buying them at an average. So of course, if you bought Apple at 150, 160, and 170, you don't have the stock all at those prices. You have it at an average of those three times that you bought that stock, right? So when the economy is going down and the stocks are going down, you drop your average by paying less for it each time. So you want to load up on your stocks. So cash is king. That's mainly what I'm trying to say is cash is king. If you got money during a recession, if you don't, put some money away and start planning on it. You know what I'm saying? And how you gonna put extra money away? You can get side hustles. I have a video on my YouTube channel, Mike the Money Motivator, on 25 side hustles. But I mean, there's 1,000 other side hustles you could pick from. But I got videos on YouTube, 25 side hustles You need to make sure that you're not overpaying on the bills that you already have. Your living situation, your house or your apartment, you only want to have that around 30%. Now, you know what I'm saying? Money ain't everything. So if you find a house that you love and it's somewhere around 40, then cut in other directions. Make sure your car is paid off. Make sure you're shopping at Aldi. Make sure you got Metro instead of AT&T. Like, really pay attention to the stuff that don't matter, because you want to be able to put that money in directions that will matter and in directions that's going to make you more money. So you need money to flip, whether it's going to be buying more stocks or trading stocks on the stock market, doing stock options. And when I say loading up on cash, you don't put your money in a traditional savings account. You want to put your money in a compounding interest account. I invest on Robinhood. Robinhood has a compounding interest savings account in there. So my money that's sitting gets compound interest. The stocks that I'm buying gets compounding interest. And I'm also a day trader, so I get money off of day trading. That's money three ways off of the stock market. And I didn't even mention dividends. Dividends is something that companies pay out to their shareholders on a scheduled basis. Some companies do dividends every 4 months. Some companies do dividends every month. So there's is so many ways you can make money off of the stock market. It's the best way to build wealth passively. You know what I'm saying? But so you want to load up on money. And how you load up on money, you make extra income and you start spending less. So if you have credit card bills, pay those credit cards off as fast as possible. How you do that? If you got a credit card that has $1,000 limit, $800 limit, and $500 limit, whichever one you owe the least on, you pay that one off first. Once you pay that one off, whatever that bill was, if it was $25 a month or whatever, you at minimum pay an extra $25 a month on that next credit card. But you got to get rid of credit card debt. You should only be using credit cards in the beginning to build your credit. And if you get Sky Miles or cashback reward points, and that's important to you, and you disciplined enough to do it, you know what I'm saying? Like I do it, but I'm disciplined enough to pay it off, and that's another way of passive income, your cashback rewards on your credit card. So you need to load up on cash. You need to skinny down on your budget. I didn't actually do this until recently, but I got a spreadsheet on all my bills. My dad's an accountant. He sent me his spreadsheet. I took out all his information and I plugged mine in. I got a spreadsheet. So it's literally like a job. You know what I'm saying? Like my money has a job, and my bills, I know what I'm looking at every month. I look at the spreadsheet, I see how much it is. And every month, you know what I'm saying? I got the 9 to 5. I know that money's guaranteed to come in. But where can I put money when I get paid to put more passive income into the household? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing passive income in the stock market. My house is currently making passive income. You know what I'm saying? I'm on YouTube. I'm on social media. I just put out a book. I just put out a book. A link will be in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. So my goal is to continuously make passive income, and you should be able to do that too. I hate to see people out here, they going looking for a job, and they this job, oh my God, I put all this faith in my job, and then they tired of that job 3 months later. You have to become financially independent separately from a job. That's not gonna happen tomorrow. That's not gonna happen next week. But you start building your passive income and your stock portfolios and your dividend assets. You know what I'm saying? But let's go back to cash is king during the recession. So cash is king during the recession because, of course, you could load up on your stocks, buying them at a cheaper price. So when the economical cycle turns back around and goes back into the recovery and expansion stage, your stock is going up tremendously, and you have a whole bunch of stocks of that company. You know what I'm saying? But also, the more shares that you have of a company that pays a dividend, you get passive income on that. So it's growing in value. It's just like buying a house, it's growing in value, but you're also getting passive income at the same time. So you need to work on passive incomes. You need to decrease how much you're spending and increase how much you're making. Don't be out here buying stuff at the wrong time either. If you want a brand new flat screen, wait for Prime Day, wait for Black Friday. But it's real crucial during times like this that you elevate your finances to the next level. You know what I'm saying? While the rest is in turmoil, you could change the trajectory of your life in a short period of time. So I talked about stocks. I talked about stocks, and I talked about how you could decrease your income, passive income, all of that. But I also want to talk to y'all about stock options a little bit. Now, stock options is a little more complicated. It's almost like playing chess. But with playing chess, you know what I'm saying? With playing chess with stock options, you could do it with a little more accuracy. The only problem is with the good thing about stock options is you could be in and out in 30 minutes. If you're positive that the stock is going to go in a certain direction, you can get in and get out before it even makes a turn to the downside. So you could stay in a trade for 20 minutes at a time, it's nothing. But with chess, you stuck in that game until it's done, of course. But if you don't want to get in the options game as I feel like you should, it's okay to lose some money at the beginning. Like and subscribe to me on YouTube. I'll help you through the way. I'll eventually come out with a course so y'all can learn the stock options. But during a recession, you can do a leap option. You know what I'm saying? So with stock options is usually called day trading because you're trading within a day, right? But with a leap option, you know what I'm saying? During a recession, if you expect it to last for a couple months, you do an option that lasts a couple months. But as soon as it flips around and goes to the upside, it's going to the upside hard because this economy is roaring, is shooting back to the other side. After a recession, the recession doesn't mean that the companies in the stock market are worth any less. That's just the economy bringing the value of them down. So as the companies are not losing any value, if anything, they gain in value, and the price is coming down a lot. So with them gaining value and the economy recovering, the price of the stocks go up a lot faster. It's a perfect time to buy stocks, but it's also a perfect time to do a leap option. When you buy that option low, you set that option date out for 2 years, and you can make $60,000 profit off of just one option trade. Buy as many contracts as you can and let that option ride out for a couple of years, and you can make thousands of dollars off of one trade. This is why learning the financial markets is very important. Yes, it's important to make more money. So you need to get on your job, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you're friendly and all of that. Increase your income, whether it's on your job, your side hustle, or whatever your main income is, you want to increase that. Lower the amount of bills and increase the amount of opportunities for passive income. The average millionaire has 7 income streams. So you need multiple income streams. For instance, your car. If your car is a nice car, you know what I'm saying, you could put that thing on Turo and have people rent it out. You can have people rent it out on Turo. You can have, you know what I'm saying, then when you during the times that people aren't using your car, you can use it for Uber. You know what I'm saying? Then you could go on Rapify. Rapify is an app where if you have a company's logo on the side of your car and drive around in it, you get paid just by having a logo on the side of your car. That's passive income in multiple ways. If you have somebody that lives near you, that y'all work at the same place, you could take them to work and just charge them little gas money. But you know what I'm saying? This is how your car can make you passive income on passive income. If your car is really nice, you could post like for people to take photos with it and use it for music videos. And hey, it's only going to be in a music video for a couple seconds. And that's passive income on your car. So whenever you get an opportunity, think of passive income. You got people renting out their clothes if they have designer clothes. Don't be lazy about how you can make money off of getting lazy. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out. Figure out how you're going to get your passive income. Get in the stock market. Learn the stock market. I can teach you the stock market. Yeah, it took a lot of bumps and bruises for me. It took a lot of, you know what I'm saying? I've lost money in the stock market, but now I make wins consistently. And you rocking with me, I'm gonna hold your hand through the process. I'm gonna make sure you're good. So whether a recession is coming or not, You need to put these things in place in motion. Prepare yourself for the next recession. And you know what I'm saying? Get out here and get it. I'm not saying that you need to be out here and you need to strip yourself of entertainment or anything like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I did it. I didn't watch like the last two Super Bowls. I don't know nothing about my favorite sports teams. I don't know none of that because my grind is where I need to put my focus. So I've been going in so you don't have to. I go in so I could give you this information. Make sure that you are putting money aside because cash is king. Don't put it in a traditional savings account. Put it in a high yields compound savings account or a bond or treasury bill, something that money is going to make you more money. And then when the opportunity approaches, like a recession, you need to have money to then buy your rental property because then you're buying it on the low. And when the economy turns around in a short period of time, the value of your property will shoot up rapidly and quickly. You know what I'm saying? The value of your property will shoot up, and now you have a cash generating asset that you bought for the low. So, cash is king. Make sure you're holding on to cash. You don't have to be really good at saving. I use Marcus by Goldman Sachs for my compounding interest savings account. I also hold money in my brokerage account and Robinhood from trading options or buying stocks whenever I feel like buying them. That comes out of my check. The money in my brokerage account, I put it in when I feel like it. I also build it with stock options. So for instance, my stock options account currently is somewhere around $700 what I have sitting in my brokerage account uninvested. But I do get 4.9% interest on that money. That money didn't start at $700. I didn't put $700 in that account. Of course, it gains the 4.9% of compound interest, but that money grew from 300. I only put 300 of that dollars into my account and I started trading stock options. It started out every option would be like $20 plus, $40 plus. Then I got carried away and I lost like $700. Had to build that money back up. I used me and my wife vacation money to build that money back up. And I was able to get our vacation money back and build my portfolio back up. So with stock options, it's a crawl before you walk situation. Learn the process, enjoy the process. Take your losses with the wins, but you want to win more than you're losing. Use a stop loss. A stop loss will prevent you from losing a lot of money. And so that way, you know what I'm saying? It's less of a 50-50 chance. If you know what you're doing and you got skills, it increases from 50-50 to like 80%. Then you got your stop loss, it increases your percent to like 90%. So it's really hard to lose money trading options if you know what you're doing. And I'm going to teach you that. I promise. The easy way, the hard way. I don't want you to go through all the bumps and bruises. So, another thing you could consider during a recession, right? If you have stuff laying around your house, your kids got old toys, got old beds, or whatever the case is, then you can sell that on Facebook Marketplace. I got so much stuff I could sell on Facebook Marketplace. When I first moved into my house, all of the furniture, my wife ain't want to take none of the old furniture with us. So she was like, just throw it all in the dumpster. Man, I sold table, couch, all that. I got a couple $100 off of Facebook Marketplace. So if you holding items in your house, if you got an old gun that you don't use, if you got shoes that you don't wear and they real good shoes in perfect condition, rent those shoes out, sell those shoes. You know what I'm saying? There's too many opportunities for you to make additional money, for you to just be sitting around and complaining about how your job is upsetting you and the economy is bad, so I can't go on a vacation. And nah, we live in America. We live in America. While most people are getting rich, while most people are getting poor, you got the rich getting richer. And it's not because they're working harder, it's just because they know how to. So I'm gonna stop talking y'all ear off to death like this, but you know what I'm saying? This is just my first rant. I'm trying to do some streaming and some podcasts and all that. So this is my first time getting a little practice in it. So this video will be posted, and y'all make sure y'all liking this, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Get locked in on TikTok, Facebook, whatever it is. You can find Mike the Money Motivator on all platforms. Y'all get out here and get this money, prepare for this recession, save money, and like and subscribe so I could guide you on how to use that money that you're saving.